to Coffee Break with T. Just Monday, May 14, 2012. This morning I have an interesting show for you guys, and there's plenty of action going on inside the studio right now. We have a group of actors, thespians from the College of the Bahamas,
Yep.
and they'll join us today to talk about their project. But I want to tell everybody, remind a friend to tune in to 96.9 FM right now, because Coffee Break with Tej is on. Also, we're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com. So today we have Mr. Adrian Wildgoose, and he's a writer and a director, and the play is called Judgment in Paradise. What's up, man? How you doing?
Awesome, and you?
Good, man, good. So you don't look like a writer and a director, man.
Looks like a writer.
A writers normally, they hippie-like,
Yeah, well.
That's not you?
New generation. Yeah.
New generation,
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
You don't fit the profile.
You look like a young dude, man. How old are you?
27.
27?
Yes,
and you writing and directing already?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this a live play y'all doing, eh?
It's live in the rack.
Live in the rack.
Yeah, this is actually my 5th play that I actually produce on a major level.
Cool. And we're gonna discuss, I'm sure Judgment in Paradise has to deal with all the social issues going on here in our paradise. Wow. Judgment in Paradise.
It took me I was thinking about it from last year's summer. I actually started writing in November, and I finished in January, like I think the first week in January.
The first week in January, you completed it, and you got a cast together.
Got a cast, did the casting call. I had to do a shuffle because the first crew I had, I guess some of them fell off. You know the regular stuff, you go back and forth to try to get a stable cast. And
right.
At the end of the day, I think I have a pretty great cast actually.
Right. Well, that's cool, man. And you guys are ready to go live, and so that's how soon it take. Like from January until May, you guys been rehearsing and
practicing the last week of February, and because you had to do the casting call. And
right. You gave people a script.
Yeah, I gave them the script, and for now everybody is just about ready. And this week we do the fine tuning and make sure the blocking and everything is in place, and next week we ready to go.
Judgment in Paradise. Right. Just tell me, what kind of social issues you touch on in Judgment in Paradise? I mean, you could, if you want to list them off, you go ahead and list them off, okay, and then we'll introduce some of the actors, like Haroldina Thriller wants me to call it. Haroldina Thriller wants me to say thespians, because that's what they are. So we'll introduce a couple of them, but just tell me what social issues you're touching on inside Judgment
go from
in Paradise.
Political issues to issues in the home. Yeah, there's a lack of attention given to the child inside of the home, even though sometimes the parents are there, but they aren't really present in terms of being involved in the lives of their children. Go from even religious issues, how people deal with their religion, how people deal with time, because I think that's one of the major themes in the play, how we deal with our time, how we manage it, how we either show a lack of appreciation for it, or we misuse it and don't realize that everything comes to an end at some point in time.
Right. Okay. And I mean, I was watching a clip. I saw the journalist by the Queen's Staircase and all that.
Right, yeah.
So you have murder in this play?
Well, this is my first play where nobody really dies.
Really?
Yeah, everybody.
So
it's before that point.
It's before that point.
Right before that point. It's the climax before that point. So I can't really tell you how it ends, but it ends on the climax. It ends on a high.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, let's meet some of your actors here. First of all, let's meet Haroldina Thriller. Her name is Michelle Major, but in Judgment in Paradise, she's Haroldina Thriller. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Welcome, Bahamas.
And Haroldina Thriller, who came up with that name? First and foremost, who came up with that name, Haroldina Thriller?
I did.
You came up with that name?
Yes, sir.
And you thought of her when you...
I didn't really think of her. When she came along, she fit the part so perfectly. Tell it was like magic. Like,
right. And what's your role in Judgment in Paradise?
Haroldina's role. She is a talk show host on the radio.
Really? Okay.
And she's one of those people who helps to bring about the issue of time, how you deal with time, and whether or not one of the other issues that I think Mr. Wild Goose tries not to mention is how lackadaisical the Bahamian society tends to be, and how we gloss over our laziness in terms of preparing for any issue, and then we usually found reacting rather than being proactive.
Yeah, we just play stand basically.
Definitely.